Enter Miami.
OnsideRadio.com, where the passion for La Rosa Negra runs deep.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
OnsideRadio.com knows gamers need a home.
Can you dig it?
That's why for the next 60 seconds,
Can you count, suckers?
here's your Onside Radio E-Report with Michael Christian.
Updates on games like FIFA and Madden probably won't be coming until late July. So EA Play Live, which is a big announcement series, a big digital series for EA, is scheduled for July 22nd. That is a little over a month after E3. And if you don't know what E3 is a huge gaming convention. They use it for a lot of gaming announcements, a lot of updates on things. Throughout the years, E3 has been the place to be when it comes to announcing the latest installment in your games or anything like that. And it looks like EA is deciding to skip that entirely. So any updates that you're looking for FIFA, Madden, Skate 4, anything like that, July 22nd seems to be your date.
Stay in touch in the world of gaming with the Onside Radio E-Report. The viewpoint, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of Onside Radio ownership, management, sponsors, website, or Inner Miami Marketing, LLC. Wake up and good morning. Welcome to Toasted Sports.
What are you doing?
Shh, I am trying to sleep.
Time to wake up.
No,
Wait, what day is today?
it's hump day.
What? Is that today?
It's Wednesday. I'm giving up listening.
We're halfway there.
Halfway there.
Halfway.
Where?
Is it a weekend?
Okay. Guess I can hold on a little longer.
Until then,
Showtime.
Here's Toast.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Toasted Sports. It is a Tuesday morning, May 26th. As always, sitting shotgun with my man, Sean Stanley, back at home base. Good morning, Sean. How are you?
I am doing okay.
Nice. Once again, still wearing a mask in a studio all by himself. Gotta love the consistency.
I will always wear the mask from now on, no matter what. Honestly, I don't think I'm
one
ever
of those.
taking it off. Yeah,
You're one of those that for the next for like 10 years from now, Sean Stanley will still be fully wrapped up wearing a mask no matter where he goes.
it's put me back in my wrestling memories. So I'm sitting here.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, like you're one of the Nacho Libres or whatever. Yeah.
There you go.
Listen, I will say, I think we will all be able to admit that while masks can be annoying, it's very nice when you can finally take the mask off. There were some odd little benefits to always wearing a mask. Namely, the fact that you could make grimaces in facial expressions at people in reaction to people. They had no idea that I'm going to miss that. I mean, now I have to be cognizant to know you can't, I can't make a facial expression at that stupid comment because I'm not wearing a mask, and the person will see that facial expression and realize that I think they're morons.
Yeah, as long as you don't do it your eyes. Yeah, I know, 100%
Yes.
agree. I sometimes
yeah.
my eyes move. Like I can't keep my eyes straight,
Yeah.
and you can tell I'm doing something. So
Yeah, my eyes have a trouble when I'm dealing with an idiot.
yeah,
My eyes will speak like they'll start flashing like, oh, I'm talking to an idiot. I'm talking to an idiot.
you're an idiot.
Yeah, exactly. And generally, when I look in the mirror, they do that all the time.
It starts sending the Morse code to the guy. Yeah, you're an idiot.
So today's broadcast, we will talk to Austin Robillard, talk a little soccer. The playoffs last night. Tell you what, I don't know what's happening in Los Angeles with the Clippers, but I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this because I don't know if this lends to Kawhi Leonard showing up here in the offseason. But I know the longer this goes on, it keeps that door open. That possibility is there. You know what I'm saying? Like that door doesn't close as long as the Clippers are playing like this. And apparently, as we'll learn from some audio I have from Stephen A. Smith, that Jimmy Butler and Kawhi Leonard are tight.
Yeah, they are.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey. And we're going to talk about the Stephen A. Smith comments about Jimmy Butler because I could not agree more. And we had Ira Winterman on yesterday. I made a comment, Sean, during that interview about Bam being a max player. And Ira then kind of turned it around and he said, well, you got to think about the fact that he's like a 5 tool. He's really good at everything, not just great at one thing. And that's all. I absolutely 100% agree with what Ira was saying. However, what I think Ira, and I didn't realize this until after the fact, if I was good at this, I actually would have brought it up while I was speaking to him. But I think one of the things that Ira and other members of the media and just other insiders may not realize is the fans' perception. So I am just a fan. I'm not a basketball expert. I am just a Heat fan. That's it. So when you talk to me about a max player or a max contract, as a fan, I instantly have expectations for that player, right? Because in my mind, now I understand there are levels to being a max player, and not every max player can be LeBron. I get that. However, I believe that when you are a max player, you should be one of the special ones. And listen, right now, I'm seeing our 2 max players are not being the superstars that other max players are. And that's tough to swallow, man, because as a fan, I want my max players to have just as much impact as the other max players. And when you tell me, well, they're a max player, but they're not quite that player, well, then that's like, listen, I don't want to draw a comparison, but if this playoff series goes south, I have to ask a question because listen, we've had max players down here, right? We've had LeBron, we've had Bosh, we've had Wade. We understand, right? We understand the top level of max player. We've had Zola.
Yes,
we understand that. At the same time,
top level. I'm sorry, my fault.
At the same time, we've also had max players that weren't that. Hassan Whiteside was a max player, wasn't that, right? So I'll be honest. Right now, I'm trying to decide and trying to figure out, did the Heat make a mistake with Bam Adebayo? I love Bam, but is he going to be closer to a Hassan Whiteside max player or a Dwayne Wade max player? Where in that area is he going to fall on that level? Because you're telling me there's levels of max players. That's fine. I get that. But if Hassan Whiteside was a max player, at least we thought he was. We gave him that deal. So when it's said and done, where does Bam fall? What are the expectations for where he falls in that range? Is he closer to Hassan or is he closer to Giannis? Is he closer? I mean, that's what I'm trying to figure out. And right now, it looks like he's on the lower end of that. And that is what is upsetting. And that's what I need. I need him to turn that around. And that actually gets us into, normally I wait until the end of the show to deal with the roundtable question of the day, generally because I forget all about it. But today is different because this came out last night and I've been thinking about it. And today's roundtable question of the day is, and for those of you unaware, the roundtable is a question we will pose here on Onside Radio, and all of the hosts will answer said question. And then we package it as its own podcast and you can download it and listen to what all of us said. So today's question, in tonight's Heat game, what Miami player has the most pressure to perform and how does your opinion change of him if he doesn't? Bam Adebayo. It is such a slam dunk for me. That is who I listen. I know what I get from Jimmy. I believe in Jimmy. I know Jimmy has had 2 crap games. I'm thoroughly convinced that turns around tonight. But Bam is the guy that hasn't proven it to me yet. He just hasn't. Not consistently. Listen, I understand that he may not be a guy, as Ira said, that can impose his will on the opposing team. That's fine. But, bro, I need more than what you're giving me. I need you to outscore the guy that backs you up. Okay? Like, right? I mean, so I just need more. I just need more from you. And we're down 0-2 in the first round of the playoffs. to a team that we beat last year. Now, granted, they have made improvements, but still, I need you to say, hey, I'm Bam Adebayo. Here's my main man, Jimmy Butler. And the rest of you get on our shoulders, and we're going to carry you through there. We're going to, be the lead dogs in this little race. And I haven't seen that yet. I haven't seen it yet. And so that is huge for me because, listen, Portland did us a gift taking that Whiteside contract off of our hands. They did us a gift, bro. You realize how screwed this franchise is? We all talked about it, how they had no salary cap relief, how it was just going to be a long-term mess because of this. And got to love the NBA, man, because teams are willing to bail your ass out of mistakes when it comes to contracts sometimes. And that certainly happened with Hassan getting shipped off to Portland. But man, dude, like I need more from you, Bam. I do. I love the story. I love Bam as a person. I love everything he does off the court. I love what he does on the court. But I just need more from you in the playoffs, man. I just need more. I don't.
I just don't know that.
Yeah.
I mean, and when you talk about all the max players, you've kind of mentioned. I mean, I don't see Dwayne Wade in them. I don't. I'm guessing maybe like when you said Giannis, it kind of got me thinking like his temperament is more toward Giannis. But Giannis also does take over games, which we have periodically seen from Bam, but not consistently.
And now listen, if Bam, and I understand the well-roundedness to Bam's game. And listen, if Bam taking over a game or imposing his will means that he is just dominating the paint and not allowing anyone to get anything off in the paint defensively, then that's fine. Like if you can be that Dennis Rodman type, right? That guy that just no one's coming to the paint. Y'all just better gonna have to live in the perimeter because the big man inside ain't gonna let anything happen. And if they had to change their game plan because he was doing that effectively, then that's a whole different story. But that's not. And great defensively, absolutely. But he's not. I mean, I just need more, bro. I just need more from him. That's all. And I feel with every game that passes that I'm not getting it. My brain starts to go closer to Hassan Whiteside, and that terrifies the hell out of me because I don't want my brain to go to Hassan Whiteside.
And most fans probably are going that way as well.
Yeah, but I don't want my brain to go there because then I get sad, and then I get lost in my head, and then bad things can happen. I want to be happy when I watch the Heat. I want to be happy watching Bam. I want Bam to have a phenomenal career. I just need more, bro. I need more Bam. Please,
how much more
Bam, give me more.
Bam's bad play being magnified because of Jimmy's bad play. Neither one of them are playing good right now, so it's almost magnifying each other.
When our two max players are putting up numbers like they've put up in the first two games, yes, obviously, yes. I mean, listen, we know that this Heat team has a culture, and this Heat team has a will and a desire, and this Heat team can overcome things. I think we know this Heat team can overcome obstacles and hurdles and things that other teams may not be able to overcome. But one thing this Heat team cannot overcome is both max players playing like ass. That's one thing that I can assure. When that happens, we lose by 40. Okay, so that can't be a thing. Like both of them can't suck. Okay, because then why are we even here? Just end this thing, wrap it up in 4 games, and move on to the offseason where we can make some, start the courting of Kawhi. But yeah, so you're right. When Superman is not playing well, Batman, it really shows that Batman isn't. So tonight's the night, bro. Listen, as I said, for some bizarre reason, even though we lost by freaking 35 the other night, while it was happening, and I'm watching the Panthers game and I see the score update coming across my screen, I wasn't nervous. I wasn't like, oh man, we're not going to get through this. I was like, okay, I guess we're going to win 6. So, I mean, confidence is still there. I still believe in this team, and I believe they'll turn on tonight.
Oh, Thursday.
And I believe
Sports Gods gave us a break because Panthers play tonight.
Exactly.
Tomorrow night.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, Heat tomorrow. Yes.
Yeah, it took 2 days off because they're coming back home.
Yes, I know. Yes.
Day.
But yeah, so they need to. Yeah, they need to take care of that. So I need Bam to. I just need more Bam. I just need more.
Need some Bam.
I just need more. Thank you for telling me that, Sean, because I was reading that. I was reading the I was reading the question. I'm like, I guess I drank too much. I was like, I could have sworn the Heat was tomorrow night, and I overslept this morning. I had to my thing.
You say on the question tonight?
Well, didn't it say tonight? Oh, maybe it doesn't say tonight. Okay. Oh yeah, tonight's Heat game. It says in tonight's Heat game. Yes.
Okay. All right. You're not your fault.
Yeah.
Your fault.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So I apologize for that. But yeah. So that's it, dude. I just need more from Bam. And I think I would guess that all Heat fans are in 100% agreement with me on this one. I can't see anybody. I can't see any host on this station saying Jimmy Butler to that question. But I think all Heat fans are in 100% agreement. We just want Bam to be Bam. We want Bam Bam. We want come on now. Let's get it done.
You sound like Pebbles.
Little Flintstones. I think did Bam Bam and Pebbles, did they ever hook up when they were like later on in life, like as teenagers, as young adults?
I think they did. Right? In the movie, right? Not the adult movie, not the adult movie, the cartoon movie one.
Well, there was 2 adult movies for that. There was the original one that had John Goodman and had like the big time cast. Yeah, then there was like a sequel with had people that you've never seen before.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
The guy that played Fred Flintstone in the sequel was definitely not John Goodman.
Definitely not John Goodman.
Definitely not. There's one. Speaking about something that hasn't been rebooted, haven't seen a Flintstone film in a better part of 20 years, possibly for good reason.
Does it age
well? For good reason? Is it what?
Does the movie age well? Does the story
I got to be honest, Sean. I haven't gone back and watched either of the live action Flintstone movies from the 90s and 2000s. And you know what? Here's the other thing, Sean. Here's the other thing. I don't plan to.
I'll keep you updated on them.
I appreciate it, brother. So Austin Robillard coming up today at 8:40. Also at 9:40, the most blasphemous segment you're going to hear on a podcast, the confessional. And we got some good ones. That'll be coming up at 9:40 today. All right, Sean, we will take a break. But South Florida is going to be gathered around their televisions tonight because the kid, the prodigal son, the Cardiac Cats, will be back in action, looking to tie this bad boy up and send it to a Game 7. So we will talk some Panthers hockey, also talk Marlins. Things didn't go that great last night, but no worries. They'll still take the final 2 here against Philadelphia. Maybe the Phillies finally listened to John Kruk yesterday, and they showed up. We will take a quick break. This is Toasted Sports, streaming live on OnSideRadio.com.
You can join Toasted Sports by text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123.
If you're a Miami sports fan, then there's only one store to go to, and that's Caneswear at Miami Fanwear in Davie. They're your one-stop shop for all your Inter Miami CF, Canes, Dolphins, Panthers, and Marlins merchandise. They have hats, t-shirts, game day jerseys, and so much more. Located at 2511 South University Drive in Davie, and open 24/7 online at caneswear.com or intermiamiwear.com. Call them at 954-835-5597. Caneswear, the spot where Inter Miami and all Miami sports fans shop.
WLDSPN, broadcasting from a largely empty building. And we do sports. It's just not local. Shush, honey. Why is the building empty? Because whether it be budget cuts or stupid management, we fired almost everybody. Ooh, but we still have our job. Nice and local. At least the building is. We've got your sports.
South Florida's choice for sports talk. OnSideRadio.com.
When you want a perfectly straight smile without braces, you can count on MoodyAsDental.com. A stunning smile is within reach. Learn more about Invisalign. Find out why so many trust the Moody Ass family. Dr. Moody Ass is an inventor and has several patents on innovative instruments used around the world. Experience a family environment and trust on a worldwide level. From implants to crowns to a beautiful Invisalign smile. Call 305-821-0231. That's 305-821-0231. Or go to the website at MoodyHouseDental.com.
Hey, it's Toast, and no doubt last year hurricane season was one of the craziest we've ever seen. Well, Noah's saying once again, going to be another active season, so you need to call B&T Windows and Doors today and get PGT custom windows and doors installed like I did so that you are fully protected. Listen, there's no better peace of mind than PGT custom windows and doors when you're in the cone of death for a Category 5 storm. Call B&T Windows and Doors today to get set up. 954-233-0126. That's 954-233-0126.
There's no need to drive around South Florida wasting valuable time looking for a new or certified pre-owned Acura. Go to the #1 volume sales dealership in the Southeast United States. Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. Purchase with pace and space in a dealership tailored to your needs. From home buying to providing that personal touch. Contact the 2020 Satisfaction Award winner Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. 888-776-5123. That's 888-776-5123. Or visit them at 15601 Pines Boulevard in Pembroke Pines.
Inter Miami fans, time to find out more about your favorite soccer team with OnsideRadio.com's IMCF Football Focus. Here's Austin Robillard.
Inter Miami's current record of 2 wins, 2 draws, and 3 losses nets them in 9th place in the Eastern Conference with the possibility of being in 10th place given the game in hand for the New York Red Bulls. Miami are yet to win a game at home, but they will take on DC United at Drive Pink Stadium this Saturday with a full capacity stadium. In front of 18,000 fans in La Familia, Miami will try and get their first win at home in the 2021 season and move up the standings in the Eastern Conference before going to an international break.
Keep up with the latest on La Rosa Negra by subscribing on most platforms. Search Onside Radio. Now back to Toasted Sports. To reach out, send a text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Here's Toast.
Segment 2. Back with you, streaming live on OnsideRadio.com. Also, do me a favor. Check us out on the live stream on YouTube and on Twitch. 3 channels right now this is going out to. The Onside Radio YouTube channel, the IB Toast YouTube channel, and the IB Toast Twitch channel. And also the Onside Radio Twitch channel, I think, as well. So, look at 4 channels. 4 channels. Please follow them all, subscribe, and set notifications. We'd appreciate it. Sean, I made a little adjustment per the chat yesterday. If you guys want to ever get in on this discussion on anything we're talking about, all you got to do is go ahead and drop into the chat on either Twitch or YouTube, and boom, all those comments here. But there you go, man. You notice a little difference behind me?
Yeah, I see it. And
now we got some proper. Before, the only Kane representation we had was my man JP over here, JP the Bear. But now I got the flag right here. Now I can also change that. Underneath it, I got the Inter flag, and then I also got to put my Seahawk flag underneath it, so I can just change them at will if I need to.
We'll never use the Seahawk one, but that's okay.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, we will.
No, we won't.
No, sure we will.
Perfect placement by you. Your head's right in the middle of the U. It's pretty good.
I know, right? It kind of works out rather nice. Yeah, look at that. Oh, yeah. All right, before we get into the Panthers, I want to say a little bit consistent here. We were talking about the Heat and talking about Bam and my issues with Bam and the hope that Bam will, get it going and be that player we all want him to be and just resemble that Max player that we all kind of had, that fantasy of a Max player that we have in our heads. But Stephen A. Smith on First Take, he did not go after Bam. He went right after his man Jimmy Butler yesterday. Let's listen to what he had to say.
Butler to blame for the Game 2 blowout.
I'm going to blame him for it because I'm not talking about him just as a player. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about him as a leader. Enough's enough of this nonsense. Let me tell you something about Jimmy Butler. This brother is as real and authentic as it gets. He's a rough rider. Yeah. He's a star in this league. Okay, I believe in him. I believe if the Philadelphia 76ers had Jimmy Butler, they might win the championship. Ooh. That's how I feel
this
about
year.
I'm talking about last year.
Yeah,
and the previous 2 years, he left when they lost in Game 7 of Toronto. I think if they had come back last year, I think they could have made some real noise with Jimmy Butler. I believe in this brother, okay? And we saw what we saw from him in the playoffs, particularly in the NBA Finals. He shot 4 for 22 in game 1. He shot 4 for 10 last night. And Jimmy Butler's, it has to stop. This is Jimmy Butler. Numbers don't matter. You know, at the end of the day, it's about winning. I appreciate that because remember with Russell Westbrook, I took the opposite point of view. The numbers, you know, a similar point of view. The numbers don't necessarily matter because I know you could do that already. Now you got to be winning instead of going home in the first round. In the case of Jimmy Butler, yo, bro, you the star. You the face of the franchise. You the face of the franchise. Enough of this, okay? This is the franchise that Zoe and Shaq and D-Wade and LeBron and those cats were at. You the new standard. And the reality of the situation is that Jimmy Butler has to show up and be Jimmy Butler. Enough of this passive stuff. Enough of this fitting in. You a star, okay? You might not be a superstar because like I said, there's levels to this LeBron and guys like that on another level. But damn it, you showed, especially in the NBA Finals, that you're on an elevated level when you want to be. You got to want to be every night come playoffs. Enough of this 4 for 22 shooting or 4 for 10 and finishing with 10 points. And we just trying to.
All right. So, yeah, man. But, yeah, listen, dude. I think that's a frustration that all Heat fans have right now. It's that, you know, yeah, look, both you guys figure it out. You had 2 days. You had yesterday and today to figure it out. You guys better hit that court. You better come out hot as hell tomorrow night. And you're gonna have what, 17,000 at the AAA tomorrow night? Something like that. That's the number I've been here bandied about. It's gonna be rocking. It is gonna be loud. Like, you had better feed off them. You had better come out hot and just punch Milwaukee in the face. Fear the deer. Kiss the deer's ass. Yeah, you better come out tomorrow night and you better punch them right between the eyes. I want you bloody their lip, you break their nose on the first shot. Abso-friggin-lutely. You let them know it's gonna be a street fight. And you friggin' go. Put UD out there. Have UD all right, here you go. Do what the Lightning did to the Panthers the other night when it was 4-1 and there was 15 seconds left, and they put that goon out there on the faceoff to take out Ashari with no time left. Put UD in on the tip, and instead of jumping up for the ball, just clock Giannis. Just punch him in the face.
Oh, so good.
Break his nose. Come on. Like, just stop with this nonsense. Beat these idiots. This is Milwaukee. Come on, man. They're not a strong team. Mentally, come on. They're like the 76ers. They're both frauds.
He's got to get punched in the mouth one time.
Seriously, dude. I mean, I'm over this. Like, I don't know what the hell sort of crap. Those first two games were such a weird between how badly Bam and Jimmy were playing, and then game 2 with these friggin' players I never even heard of, just raining threes like they're friggin' Jerry West. Just ridiculous. Just stop with this. Stop with this nonsense. Get out there and beat their ass. Just beat their ass. That's all I'm looking for. That is all I'm looking for. All right. Tonight, Sean, how we feeling, bro?
Oh, it's going to be a great night.
Panthers are going into Tampa. They're down 3-2. We're all just going to go ahead and just make the very obvious assumption that the young man is going to get his first playoff road start this evening.
Not Coach B's drunk.
So Spencer Knight in between the pipes. Listen, man, this is going to, there's going to be a good crowd over there in Tampa. We'll see how Spencer bounces back after having a phenomenal appearance in his playoff debut. Now he's going to be on the road. We'll see if there's any sort of a hangover from that, or does he just come out and boom, do it again? That's what we need him to do, so we can get a game 7 in our house and come back and shock these guys. Because Lord knows when they went up 3-1, they were already planning the celebrations over there in Tampa, Trailer Park City.
Yeah,
so,
the Panthers need to play discipline because the Lightning is going to start taking shots at them, and we just need to stay out of the penalty. Stay out of the
penalty. Let me ask you a question. How do you feel about you want Yandle back in the lineup again tonight?
Man, he's so up and down, though. I don't know, man. I don't know enough about hockey. To me, like, I thought he did okay last game.
I thought he did okay last game as well.
I've heard others say he was still having the issue, so I don't know what the.
Well, but here's the thing. Hold on. But and I get what you. I agree with both statements that you just said. So I agree with you that he played better the other night. And I will agree with the folks that you've heard that have said that there were still issues. However, there are issues throughout this entire defense. Like it's not like removing Yandel solves all the issues, because we saw what happened in the 2 games that he didn't play in. Right? I mean, things didn't get any better. You know what I'm saying? I just think that this team, just in general, right now, just has defensive issues, holes that we're not going to be able to solve. You can't solve them right now on the fly in the playoffs.
Yeah, there's not one person that's going to be the solver.
Exactly. You can't just plug someone in there that's going to fix that. You can't just scheme around that to fix that. At this point, our defense is what it is. I would agree with you. The biggest thing is you got to stay out of the box.
But Toast, when you say that, it seems though at certain, like the first period, the third game in Tampa, game 4 in Tampa, I think the second game in Tampa, kept defense, or somebody, there were 2 guys back with the goalie every time in the first period, and Tampa couldn't do anything. Then we kind of went away from that in the second period, and then the onslaught rolled in. Is that strategy, or is that, because again, I don't know enough about hockey to understand it, but watching it, it's like, okay, we kept people back. We played well. Then we started attacking more, and everything went to crap.
The problem we're running into from my, and please don't make me out to be like Don Cherry, when it comes to hockey. But when we listen, this team likes to attack, and I love the fact that this team loves to attack, because it makes watching them a hell of a lot of fun. The last thing I want is watching a hockey team that is really good, like let's say like the New Jersey Devils of the early 2000s, where they played that crazy defensive-minded scheme with Martin Brodeur, and it was horrifying to watch, because they would win the games, but there would be a goal. There'd be a goal, and it was just so not fun to watch. So I love the style of play that this Panthers team plays with. However, the issue is, if you're going to be that aggressive and try to push that consistently, there are chances that your defense is going to be caught up. And that is what's happening. Listen, Tampa has figured that's how we're going to exploit them. You guys want to push up? That's fine. We're going to nail us on the counterattack. And that's what they're doing. They're nailing us on the counterattack. They're getting 2-on-1s. That first goal, the first goal that Spencer Knight gave up was so indicative of what this series has been. Panthers dominating play in the Lightning portion of the rink for the better part of 3 minutes, and then all of a sudden, an errant pass or a weird deflection launches a Tampa Bay 2-on-1 break, and they score on their first shot of the game, when the Panthers have had 7 shots and haven't scored yet. And it's just like, wait, we were just dominating, and now we're down.
Yeah.
And that has been the series.
It really has.
That has happened. Yes, that has happened multiple times in these first 5 games. So, they I would say to Q, you know what, man? Part of me is thinking, you tweak your scheme a little bit, so I don't want to. But here's the danger. I don't want them to come out in a defensive mindset, Sean. You know what I'm saying? Where they're trying to like come out saying, "Hey, we're going to come out defensive and try to absorb Tampa's first punch, like for the first 10 minutes of the game, try to get to the 10-minute mark, and then we'll be settled in or whatnot." Because I don't think this team does great when they don't come out in their front foot and then try to get onto the front foot. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but this is why Q makes a lot of money, and this is why
it goes against their offensive style. It does, because
exactly.
They fast. And that was the thing I thought before the first couple games, was that Tampa Bay was just being quicker than us. Now it seems to have evened out a little bit, and we look faster at some times. But again, we get caught up, and then the goalie's 2-on-1 situation,
and also, man, if Tampa, like I hope they worked on the 2v1 breakaways in practice or something, because I swear to God, if there's a 2v1 break again, and I swear to God, if the defenseman that is back there goes after the guy that on the near post of Spencer Knight and doesn't cover the guy in the far post like they've done twice now, I'm going to lose my mind.
Now, is that no thing in hockey, Toast?
Yeah, bro. Yes, okay. Because here's the deal. Just think about the physics of that. When you have you got Spencer in goal, you got a guy coming down on the right, you got a guy coming down on the left, or maybe a little bit more in the center, and then you have a defenseman in between the two of them. Spencer Knight, by coming out of the crease, can cut down pretty much the entire angle to the guy on the right side that's driving the puck down the ice right now. Okay, basically his best option there is to try to pass it to the guy in the left, who right now, theoretically, should have the entire left side of the net wide open because Spencer Knight is on the other side. That's why the defenseman has to stay with that guy to prevent him from getting that puck. The minute the defenseman goes for the guy that has the puck, now you've got Spencer focusing on him and the defenseman focusing on him, and no one's worried about the guy in the outer post. And that's it, dude. That's the easiest freaking goal you're gonna get. That is textbook. There's nothing that Spencer could have done. Yes, and listen, these are the defending Stanley Cup champs. Like, we're not playing Nashville. We're not playing, whoever. These are the defending Stanley Cup champs. These guys are really, really good. They know what they're doing. They've been here before, so they're going to capitalize on bad plays and bad defensive plays, and we've done that twice in this series. And you just I mean, that's hockey 101. I mean, come on, man, that's Pee-wee stuff. That's Pee-wee's. You know what it is? Bill Belichick is known for having a motto within the Patriots, and basically it's a very simple motto: do your job. Don't worry about what his job is. Don't worry about what his job is. You do your job. If everybody just focuses on their job, if all 11 guys on that defense focus on their job, everything will be fine. The minute you have issues is when you have guys that aren't completely doing their job, and then another teammate has it in their head and is now trying to do too much, trying to do their job and cover for your job. And that's when bad things happen. Do your job. Your job is the defenseman. Cover the guy on the outside post. Let the goalie handle the guy that's coming in, because he can control the angle. He can come. Like you saw it in that game. They mentioned it, how aggressive he was coming out to cut down angles. Let him do what he can control that aspect. He needs you to have his back literally and cover the guy that's on his backside. So don't get tempted. Oh, I'm going to go after this. I can get to the puck and stop him from. No. Focus on the other guy. Worry about your job. Do your job. Spencer will do his job. So it's going to be big tonight, man. That play's going to be rocking. I think we get a dub, but I think it's going to be hairy. I say Panthers win 4-3. And it's going to be stressful.
In regulation, or are we looking at OT?
Yeah, no, I'll go regulation, but I think it's going to be stressful as hell. I think it's going to be stressful as hell. But yeah, I mean, listen, I refuse to allow my brain right now to go to a place where both the Panthers and Heat are going to lose in the first round of the playoffs. I refuse to let my brain go there. I understand it's a possibility. Right now, folks would say it's the betting favorite possibility for each of them to not move on from the first round. But I can't let my brain go there right now. I can't. This Panther season has been too much fun for it to end in a first round playoff series. All right. I mean, the last time that we had a season this much fun, that's exactly what happened. We were the number 1 seed, win against number 8 seed, and we got tossed in the first round of the playoffs back when Kevin Dineen was the head coach. What was that now, like 6-7 years ago, whatever the hell it was? But yeah, I won't let my brain go there. No, one of these teams has to get out of the first round. Our postseason cannot be over before Memorial Day. It can't be. That would be awful. We'll take a break, man. Another team that's got some serious issues that they better resolve before this weekend. I believe we got a game Saturday night, right, Sean? Is Inter Miami. We will talk with Austin
United
Robillard.
Full capacity crowd.
Yeah. That's Saturday night, right?
Yes, sir. Saturday night, 8 o'clock.
So we will talk to Austin Robillard. Find out. Listen, I did not see a ton of that Chicago game. Thank God. They didn't have it on local TV. I was going to have to cast it. It's just a royal pain in the ass. I like it. It's easy when the games are on CBS and on channel 33 or whatever the secondary channel is. Yeah, my 33. Very, very nice and easy for me. All right, we'll talk to Austin Robillard. Going to talk to Inter Miami. That's all coming up next. This is Toasted Sports on OnsideRadio.com.
Onside Radio, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan. When you need your warehouse looking good while staying efficient, there's only one place to find the finest racks in the business. Pallet Rack City in Hialeah. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547. Pallet Rack City is the company you need when you want your warehouse sporting the finest racks in the business. After all, who doesn't love a great rag? Pallet Rag City. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547.
When you want a perfectly straight smile without braces, you can count on MoodyAsDental.com. A stunning smile is within reach. Learn more about Invisalign. Find out why so many trust the Moody-Ass family. Dr. Moody-Ass is an inventor and has several patents on innovative surgical instruments that are used around the world. Experience a family environment and trust on a worldwide level. From implants to crowns to a beautiful Invisalign smile. Call 305-821-0231. That's 305-821-0231. Or go to the website at MoodyAsDental.com.
WLESPN. We've got all your sports.
We're live and local.
If you wake up early enough.
You're so bad, honey.
Tune us in. As long as you're not under a bridge.
Or under any power line.
Ain't it awful? South Florida's choice for sports talk. OnSideRadio.com.
Now that it's springtime, it's only getting hotter here in South Florida. Make sure your AC in your home or business is running smoothly by investing in a preventative maintenance plan from M&S Air Conditioning. And M&S is a Mitsubishi Diamond Elite contractor. When you purchase a new Mitsubishi electric mini split system, you'll get a 12-year warranty. Or install a high-efficiency polarized air filter in your AC unit that captures and destroys biological contaminants to improve air quality. M&S Air Conditioning have been providing prompt, honest, and reliable service for over 30 years. Schedule service or call to get more info on our preventative maintenance plans. Call 954-421-3680 or visit ac-florida.com.
Keeping you informed in the world of sports. With an OnSideRadio.com sports update.
The Miami Marlins lost 2-0 last night in Game 2 of the 4-game series with the Phillies. Sandy Alcantara made one mistake, ended up being the difference, a 2-run homer by Hoskins. Team's back at tonight's 6:40 first pitch, and the Marlins have not yet announced a starter for tonight's game. Game 6, the Florida Panthers Tampa Bay Lightning NHL playoff series is tonight at Amalie Arena. Puck drops at 8 p.m. Tampa Bay a slight favorite. The over-under is set at 6, and you just heard Toast say it's going to be 4-3, so you may want to go with the over there. The Lakers, they even the series with the Suns 1-1 after 109-102 win last night. Brooklyn goes up 2-0 on Boston after a 130-108 victory, and the Mavericks now up 2-0 on the Clippers after a 127-121 win. You're listening to South Florida's only locally owned sports talk station. This is OnSideRadio.com.
Welcome back to Toasted Sports. To reach out to Toast, dial 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623. Back to Toasted Sports.
Welcome back. Toasted Sports. Segment number 3 on this Wednesday morning. Little hump day action. So we have, I don't even know where to go with Inter, man. This is such a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde squad right now. I legit have no idea what to expect. I have no idea where to start. But we're going to bring our man, Austin Robillard, on. Good morning, Austin. How you doing?
Good morning, man. I'm good. You know, now I got to think about Inter Miami for a little bit, so I'm not too good, but so
I mean, like you heard my intro. I honestly I don't know where to go with this squad right now. I thought that, I think like most of us, I thought that following the loss to Montreal and then the response victory that we had turned the corner and we were going to start on that course and start our ascending up the rankings and play some quality football on the pitch and find our form. And then we go to Chicago, a team that hadn't scored in 3 matches. And I'll be honest, from watching the replay of that game, because I didn't watch it live, John McCarthy, pretty much the best player on the pitch for us.
Yeah, he saved us multiple times. He also, hurt us, that one time. with the absolute howler. But he was by far the best player on the field, and I don't think that it was close. Every player had just a disastrous game from top to bottom, and it was the same exact starting 11 as we saw against FC Cincinnati, except for Jovan Jones, who started at left back. But other than that, man, it was. God, I can't put together what made this team look so inconsistent and look so disjointed from the first whistle. It made really no sense. And like you said, I thought that we turned a corner, right? I thought that after the Cincinnati game, after winning that game on the road on a crazy occasion at TQL Stadium, after a terrible home loss to Montreal, you go out and win that game and it looks like, okay, things are opening up. Maybe you're starting to find form, or maybe, you can use that game as momentum going into your next match against another struggling team, right? Like you said, they hadn't scored in 3 games. They hadn't won a game in their last 11 dating back to last season. They're on a 4-game losing streak. Mm-hmm. I mean, everything was in your favor. And you go out there and you put on arguably your worst performance on the year. And you saw against Atlanta in that first half, that was our worst performance. And then you saw it against Montreal. That entire game was our worst performance. And then you go out against Chicago and you look at this 90 minutes, you're like, well, we're getting progressively worse somehow, but there was a win in the middle of it. So it makes no sense at all. And there needs to be definitely some chats in the dressing room, and they need to find a sense of identity, or else it's going to be a really, really worrisome season, and we're going to struggle against any team, whether it's a Seattle Sounders or it's, like you said, a Cincinnati or Chicago, who's at the bottom of the table.
So let me ask you this. Part of me is starting to think from a mental standpoint. I mean, we know that this team, are they number 1 in the league in payroll right now? Are they the top spending team in MLS? I know they're very near the top, like top 3 or whatever. But is this a possibility where? Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, I believe they're top over 17 million right now.
So is this a situation where you have a roster of players that, listen, we got some high price guys on this team, and they know that this is the top spending franchise payroll wise, that they just assume they're going to be able to pull it together, and maybe they're not, putting quite as much focus into it because they just assume it's going to come together because of the talent they have on the pitch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying, and that's the thing about MLS. I mean, you bring in these high profile guys, and they've made their name, across the pond, and look at Higuain, look at Matuidi, even Shawcross for that example. I mean, they've done so well on an international stage as well as a major club level that they come here. And it's not to say like, what's the point? It's not really that, but they've won. They've done their fair share. Matuidi's a World Cup winner. Gonzalo Higuain's one of the greatest goal scorers that a lot of top level leagues has ever seen. It's just like, at 33, 34 years old, maybe even 32, it's like, where do you go? How do you progress? How do you pull these guys together who have, done so well in their previous part of their careers and say, look, we need to change this around, and you guys need to be leaders, and you guys have to change this locker room. I just don't, it's got to be tough to pull the desire out of them as a manager and as a club. I can't imagine what the conversation has to be like. I don't know what I would say to, obviously Higuain's frustrated. You could tell he's passionate too. And all these guys, I'm sure they want to win. It can't be fun going out there and losing like that. But at the same time, at the end of the day, they're still getting paid the big bucks, and you're in a league that you aren't really seeing to help progress your career. A loss at the end of the day doesn't mean as much as you want. And I don't know. It's a tough situation. A lot of MLS clubs go through the same exact thing. I mean, last year the Galaxy went through it with Chicharito when he only scored 2 goals.
Yeah,
right?
True. Yep.
There's a lot of different clubs that have these high profile names that you can't pull together. It's a tough situation, and I'm not saying that these guys are not inspired to win. It's just I need to see that desire from them. That's all.
100%. All right, let's talk about. Hate to keep things negative, but it was awful to see what happened with Robbie Robinson. Did they push him to get back into too quickly. Now it looks like, I mean, the kid was in tears.
Yeah, that was a mess. And I fully blame the coaching and technical staff. I'm not blaming Robbie Robinson for that. He was in tears, and it broke my heart, man. I mean, it was tough to watch that. And that's the second time this happened. And I think that's what made it really, really inexcusable. Even the first time, you don't rush back a 21-year-old, 22-year-old kid coming off a hamstring injury. Even if he tells you he's 100%, and you have any statistic, anything to tell you that that's not true, you don't put him on the pitch and make him go out for at least even 10 minutes to try and, push your team over to the top for a victory, because he's going to go all out. He's hungry. He had such a good start to the year. And when it happened the first time and he went down again, I was like, okay, what was the idea here? And Neville said that, he's still maturing into his body. He's understanding, what his body is telling him. And, the coaching staff thought that he would be okay, whatever. And then you go into this game a couple weeks later, and knowing he's got the same exact injury, still working on it, you put him in at a time against Chicago where he would be an impact sub, but do you risk that going into an international break? You're literally a week away from having over 20 days off. Do you really take that risk with a 22-year-old guy who's coming off an injury for the second time? And there it goes. He blows it out, and 3 times on the year he's now hurt his hamstring. I have to fully blame the coaching staff and technical staff. I think that was poor decision-making, poor managing of Robbie, and I feel really bad for him, and I think you need to sit him out, unfortunately, for as long as he needs, and don't let him tell you anything. But unless he's 110%, not even 100, not 99, 110, 120%, you don't put him back on the field, because he has potential, I think, and you can really ruin a player's mojo and confidence and psyche, really, if you put him back on the field and something was to happen yet again. You need to let him get fully fit, and I wish all the best for Robbie.
We're running a little long here. Sean, just so you know, back in the studio, we'll probably just throw Toasted news into the next break, just so you know. All right, so Austin, let me ask you this. Some good news. Summer transfer replacement guy is coming, Kieran Gibbs from West Brom. Premier League season is over. Does that begin June 1st that he can officially be on the pitch with the guys?
I believe July 1st.
Oh, July 1st. I'm sorry, July 1st. All right, so we got a month and a half. We got like 40 days.
Yeah, but I did see that Kieran Gibbs is in the United States. I think he went to the Nets game the other night. Or I think it was last night. Is that one of the Nets Celtics? Yeah, he's here in the U.S. I'm not sure if they're working on a visa or whatever, but I don't know when he's allowed to join training or anything like that. But July 1st, both Marsman and Gibbs should be able to join in that summer international window, and that could make a difference.
Where do you see him fitting in? Do you think he goes right in as a starter, or is he a rotational guy?
I think that if he comes out healthy, if he comes in healthy and Neville finds him fit, kind of just like Shawcross, I think it's kind of the same situation. If he's fit enough and he does well in training the first couple of weeks, then I think he's an automatic starter. If you see a little bit of chemistry, obviously they need game time to work on it too, with the center backs and things like that, and maybe even the left winger. I think for sure that he has to be a starter just because he's so experienced and, he's played in the big occasions, and it's all that kind of major veteran kind of stuff. And I think that he still has probably a bunch to offer. So it's not like you're playing a Sammy Gadiri or even a Jovan Jones who hasn't found full fitness yet. I think you definitely start Kieran Gibbs on the left side, and it would bring some stability to the back line.
We're talking to Austin Robillard. Austin, we'll get you out of here on this one. So obviously going to be a big crowd at Dry Pink Stadium, DC United. Give me a prediction for Saturday night's game.
I'm hoping it's a win with the 18,000 fans. I think La Familia deserves it. We know how amazing our fans are, traveling all over the country to follow this team and coming back home to a full stadium. I think you have to pull together a victory. I'm gonna say really quickly 2-1 Inter Miami, and Gonzalo is going to score a brace.
Beautiful. All right, Austin Robillard, Red Card Radio every single weekend here on OnSideRadio.com. Brother, thank you very much for giving us some time every single week. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. See you next week, man.
You got it, man. All right, so good stuff with Austin. Sean, we're going to I'm going to pull back the curtain here, do a little old school Howard Stern sort of a deal. Why don't we just go ahead and stack all those spots up? Just take everything to the top of the hour. We'll reset then, and I'll do Toasted News on the top side, and we'll be good to go. This is Toasted Sports, streaming live on OnSideRadio.com, also on Twitch and on YouTube. Please set for a notification, subscribe. That'd be nice. And, of course, subscribe to the podcast. You can find that link in the bio on my Twitter page, IBToast. This is Toasted Sports on OnSideRadio.com.
You're listening to Toasted Sports. Take OnSideRadio.com, your home for sports talk everywhere with the Radio.net app. Find the app at OnSideRadio.com, South Florida's home for real sports talk. At Onside Radio, we're your home for all sports, and we give gaming culture the platform it deserves.
Congratulations to Sony and talent agency Endeavor as they have finalized their purchase of the Evolution Championship Series. EVO, as it is known, is one of the longest-running esports tournaments and focuses on fighting games like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. After being canceled last year due to COVID-19, EVO 2021 will be held virtually this August.
Keep up with the latest in gaming and e-news daily. Subscribe to Onside Radio on most platforms. Your home for gamers worldwide. OnSideRadio.com.
When you're tired of watching the sun damage your furniture or raise your electric bill, it's time to do what we did here at OnSideRadio.com studio. Call A Shade Above Window Fashions in Davie and Sunrise. A Shade Above Window Fashions has a great selection of blackout shades to choose from. We can almost create a complete blackout for your bedroom or media room. Call them at 954-434-4774. That's 954-434-4774. Love the space you live in. A Shade Above Window Fashion.
Big O for M&S Air Conditioning. You know, air quality in your home and business is more important than ever. That's why you've got to call M&S Air Conditioning and let them install a high-efficiency polarized air filter in your AC unit. Folks, it attracts, captures, and destroys biological contaminants to improve your air quality. With stellar customer service, answering your call from 7:30 a.m. till 9 o'clock p.m. For more info on high-efficiency air filters and their preventative maintenance plans, visit M&S Air Conditioning at ac-florida.com.
Hey, it's Toast. Last year when I had PGT custom windows and doors installed in my house by B&T Windows and Doors, I knew about the hurricane protection. What I didn't know? The silence. Oh my goodness, my house is so quiet now. One of those cars goes tearing down the street with the crazy loud muffler. Yeah, I don't hear it anymore. It's unbelievable. I didn't realize how noisy my house was beforehand. You've got to get PGT custom windows and doors installed in your pad today. Call B&T Windows and Doors, 954-233-0126. That's 954-233-0126.
Inter Miami CF fans, join us at our new home this season for all away games as we broadcast live at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company, 1901 North Federal Highway in Pompano Beach. Join Big O and Alex Dano for the live pregame, halftime, and postgame shows while we watch the games. Enjoy meticulously brewed beer on site, delicious artisanal pizzas, live music, and giveaways. So, the new home for all Inter Miami road games is at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company at the Pompano City Mall, where they'll feature all the Inter Miami games. Follow them on Twitter at Dangerous Minds B and Facebook and Instagram at Dangerous Minds Brewing, and visit them at dangerousmindsbrewing.com.
Papa, why can't we telegraph while riding a horse?
Son, there ain't no one to blame but Jeffro. He was riding old Betsy the Stallion, tip-tapping away at his telegraph when blam, ran right into the side of the saloon.
Well, if Jeffro can't do it, neither should you. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Okay, men, this is your time. Maybe you didn't choose this, but you're here now. You're going to go out there and be an all-star caregiver. It's up to you. So what are you going to do? You're going to go grocery shopping, cook, clean, be there emotionally and physically. You got to dig deeper. Drive them to physical therapy, doctor's appointments. Don't you forget about the pharmacy. No, you won't. Because that's what caregivers do. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. This is your time to show the world, your family, and yourself that you're tougher than tough. I'll go out there and be the best caregiver this world has ever seen. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Okay, forest animals, today is a new day. Kids are coming to the forest, and it's up to us to make their visit a good one. Sparrow.
Yes?
Have you practiced the most popular bird songs for the year?
Of course.
Catchy. I like it. Okay, River.
Dude.
How's the temperature?
It's a refreshing 52 degrees, man. Perfect for a little riverside shoeless relaxation.
Ah, good. Owl, you here? Course. Who's asking? I am. Look, you know the drill. Sleep during the day, scare the kids at night. Perfect. I love my job. Oak Tree?
What's up?
Still in the same place I left you last year. That's what I like. Consistency.
Well, it's not like I'm going anywhere for the next couple hundred years.
I know. I love it. Turtle.
He's not here yet, man.
He's late every morning. You'd think you would have learned by now to leave the night before our meetings. Okay. Squirrel. Has anybody seen Mr. Squirrel?
The forest has been preparing just for you. Visit a forest near you today. To learn more about cool things to do in the forest, visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
WLESPN. We've got all your sports.
We're live and local.
If you wake up early enough.
You're so bad, honey.
Tune us in. As long as you're not under a bridge.
Or under any power line.
Ain't it awful? South Florida's choice for sports talk. OnSideRadio.com. Sports fans love a place with great food, cold drinks, and TVs everywhere. That's why sports fans love Sports Grill and their 7 amazing locations. Check out the Miami Lakes location at 15462 Northwest 77th Court, located in the Ryan Oaks Plaza. Sports Grill is also now offering some great employment opportunities. All kinds of positions are now available, from kitchen to hosting. Call for more information at 305-485-8845. From wraps to salads to amazingly delicious specialty dishes, Sports Grill is the home to the legendary special grilled wings. Since 1987, Sports Grill, good food, good drink, and good friends.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List in the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
Viewpoint statements or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of Onside Radio ownership, management, sponsors, website, or Inner Miami Marketing, LLC. Welcome to Toasted Sports.
What day is it today?
It's Wednesday.
Is it? Actually, it's Wednesday.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Hump day.
Why do you call it?
Hump day.
Because.
But halfway there.
Where?
Till the weekend.
The weekend.
Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Till then, let's get back to work.
Let's get back to work.
Let's go.
Oh, goody. We're on.
It's showtime.
Here's Toast.
What's up? Hour number 2, Toasted Sports, streaming live, also available as a podcast. I am Toast, my man Sean Stanley, sitting shotgun as always. Sean, I got a notification. You're gonna enjoy this. I got a little notification from my HOA.
Oh boy!
So I have I decided, I guess, in my advanced age, I'm gonna be that guy, and I have been. So I live in a development and plantation. It's an old ass development, like from like the 70s, and really nice development. But over the last, 10, 15 years, whatever, we've had really bad boards, and it has fallen into significant disrepair throughout the development. And right now, they're doing a gigantic remodeling and construction, like a 5-year, like $30 million, like just crazy amount of whatever. Trying to turn back the clock and get this entire development looking like it did, back in its heyday, which is great, awesome. But as a result, you have people that, because things have been so lax here, have been blatantly just ignoring. Listen, you live in an HOA, there's rules. There's rules about, what color your house can be. There's rules about what plants can be in your front flower bed and stuff. Like, there's rules. There's rules about how your fence can be constructed and all sorts of dumbass rules in an HOA. We all know it. HOAs are all over the place down here. But the minute that you allow folks to just start breaking all those rules and do whatever the hell they want, so it's a free-for-all, you run into issue because then the consistency of the houses and everything, it's just not all to the level it should be. So I've been complaining about some stuff, Sean. I've talked about it on the podcast. I've been a little bit of a thorn in their side, pointing out the blatant violations that they have chosen to just ignore for a number of years. And so I get an email from the management company asking me if I would like to volunteer to be a part of the infractions committee. And the infractions committee is the 3 resident committee. We're not on the board. We're we volunteer our time once a month or whatever. And we go through the violations that have been turned in on people by their neighbors or whatever within the community. And we, assert punishment.
You get to pick the punishment?
Well, I guess we get to come up with a punishment and then make that recommendation to the board. Only the board can institute.
Oh, okay.
But I guess the board will take the infractions committee, our recommendation generally, and go ahead and run with that. So I am now going to be, basically narking out my neighbors. Like, if you don't have, so here's the thing, dude, if we just spent, right, take my building. My building is a 4-unit townhouse. They just spent almost $500,000 just on my building alone. Okay. And there's 47 buildings in this development. Crazy amount of money is being spent. However, so my building now looks like it's brand friggin' new. You drive by, damn, dude, what did they just build that? Brand friggin' new. However, 2 of my neighbors that I share walls with have decided that over the last year, they don't have to upgrade their flower bed, put approved flowers and make it look nice on the outside. So in front of their unit, it still looks like garbage, but the building is brand new. And so that doesn't fly for me. Dude, we just spent all this money. I want the building to look and that means all 4 of us have to follow the rules and make our individual places, whatever. So that's where we are, man. I don't know. I'm guessing most folks probably think I'm a dick for doing this, but whatever, bro. I'm sorry. It's an investment, and I'm sorry. I need this place to look better if I want to sell it and get the hell out of here. Can't look like a dump.
I just love the fact that you're going to be serving the infractions.
Oh yeah. Oh, my house is going to get egged. My car is going to get keyed. I can't get a new car now because I got the old Impala, so they can just beat the hell out of that thing. But yeah, no, I mean it's going to be. I got to figure out some way so I'm anonymous. Pretty sure no one in my development listens to this podcast, so I think I'm pretty good there. But yeah, so that's what's going on in my life.
Wow,
I'll be on the infractions committee.
Yeah, from where you were to now the infractions.
Yeah, now see, I went. Look I have right here in my broadcast. Fuck the man. I had that right there on my screen. It is a piece of art that I have. Those 3 words, and now all of a sudden, I'm the man. I've been saying F the man. Well, now all of a sudden I am going to be the man. And so I'll have to F myself. I don't know. But this should be very, very interesting for myself, for my wife, and for everyone else in this development. All right.
Yeah, good job on bettering yourself, my man.
Hey, if I can't better myself, I'm at least going to better the place that I live. I'll tell you what. Why don't we go ahead and throw down a little toasted news?
Let's redo this. Hold on a minute.
Okay, no problem. No problem, bro. All good. A little intro. We'll hit that bad boy.
Stories you won't hear anywhere else. This is Toasted News.
All right, Sean, we're going to start in Vero Beach, Florida. A Florida man yesterday struck his daughter in the face with a slice of pizza, resulting in his arrest for battery.
It's a pizza, right?
Pizza, Vero Beach. Cops responding to a disturbance call at the victim's Vero Beach home discovered the 20-year-old with what looked to be tomato sauce on the left side of her face. Inside the residence's front door on the ground was covered with pizza toppings. The victim told police that her father came to her home Sunday afternoon to drop pizza off. When she told him that she was not feeling well and asked him to leave, he began arguing with her. The woman sought to close the front door. Dad allegedly threw a pizza slice at his daughter, striking her in the face. She called 911. The cops arrived. They questioned the dad. He admitted to throwing the pizza, but he thought the door was shut. Here's a shocker. Officers noted the strong odor of alcoholic beverage on Daddy's breath. Yeah, there you go. Hey, Vero Beach, baby. That is Vero Beach for you right there. Sioux City, Iowa. A Sioux City man is in custody and charged with arson after allegedly setting his neighbor's house on fire because they didn't mow his lawn. Court documents reveal that the guy lives next door to the victim's house. He was upset because he asked the victims to mow his lawn the day before, and they hadn't mowed it. So he went over to the victim's house on Sunday, which was captured on video because everything is, and he asked when they were going to mow my lawn. And then he tried to take a registration sticker off one of their vehicles. Documents continue to say that the guy admitted to making a mistake and said gasoline was used along with it coming from a lawnmower. The dude lit his neighbor's house on fire because they wouldn't mow his lawn for free. It's a special kind of neighbor right there.
That infractions committee thing.
Mm-hmm. This is the best story. This is this is insane. So in the movies, when someone is taken to jail, his cellmate generally is going to want to know, hey, yo, what'd you do to get caught? Well, Carl Stewart from Liverpool, England, might want to skip answering that question to avoid the embarrassment because he was caught after police were able to analyze his fingerprints in a block of Stilton cheese. I guess he was holding a block of cheese up in a picture, and you could see the imprint from his finger in the cheese. Cops put it through some sort of a, filter or whatever, and they figured out who it was. And this dude had charges for like being a big time drug dealer, cocaine, heroin, MDMA, Special K, all that stuff. And he was caught because he had a firm grasp of a block of cheese, and they were able to get his fingerprint off that. Are you kidding me?
What is going on?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Right. It's insane.
I'm never holding anything again.
Listen, dude, I'm not. Are you a big fan of soft cheese?
No, I'm not a big fan of cheese, honestly.
Really? You don't like? Oh, bro. So
no, I mean, I know people that can sit there and like eat chunks of cheese and things like that.
Yeah.
I'm not that person. I'll eat cheese on my food, but I am not.
So the wife and I on Sunday, our dinner basically we didn't have dinner. Instead, what we did is at about like 5:00. We laid out a crazy massive charcuterie board and pretty much just picked at that for the next like hour, and that was dinner. And you know what charcuterie board is? That is just cheeses with cured meats like, salami and sospretta and all that stuff. Yeah. And we'll just like, so you don't do a charcuterie board?
Well, I mean, I'll do the like the pepperoni, salami, and cheese stuff. I'll do those.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I've seen people like, for instance, my girl's kid, he'll sit there and he eats those cheese sticks just like,
come
out of style. And I'm like, no, get some meat in your life, man.
Get some meat in your life. I love cheese. I friggin' love cheese. All sorts. I love mozzarella. I love all cheese. The only cheese that I do not, there's only two types of cheese that I will not eat. I will not eat white or yellow American cheese because I think that stuff tastes like ass. Listen, I think like most food things.
You're a cheese snob.
No, I'm not. I just don't eat American cheese because I don't even think that's really cheese. That's just nasty. And I don't eat Velveeta. But yeah, I'm a cheese snob. Yeah, I'm only eating good cheese. Yeah, I'll eat all the other cheeses. I'll eat your Munster, your Cheddars, your Bries. I'll eat everything. I'll eat all the cheese. Famunda, all of it. All the cheese. I am not eating American cheese. It doesn't taste good to me. It just tastes like ass, especially when it's melted. Like if you tell me you're giving me a steak and cheese and you're putting American cheese on it as opposed to provolone, I'm not going to order that sandwich.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. I can.
Right. Like if there is nothing, I find few things on a menu more repulsive than a hot sandwich, like a steak and cheese type sandwich where the cheese is melted American. Oh, just the way it looks melted, like it's like a impervious like layer of something. Like, no way. No, I can't do it. I cannot do it. I can't do it. I know a kid growing up that he would only eat American cheese sandwiches. 2 slices of bread, 3 slices of American cheese, and that's it.
Oh, do that with mustard.
Ugh.
I used to do that with mustard when I
Ugh.
was younger, but
Just mustard sandwich?
well, mustard with the cheese, yeah.
Oh, mustard with the cheese. Okay. Yeah, no, he would just do the cheese. So
But
it'd
you're
be
a
like,
big cheese guy, right? Like, I mean, I can tell by what.
well, I
way
don't know,
you
big
eat
cheese
lots
guy,
of-
but I like cheese. I don't know if I'd be a
Different kinds
big
of
cheese
cheese.
guy.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah, but I like. Listen, if I'm at a a Doris Market or something or Publix, I'll always peruse the cheese section real quick, see if there's a little hunk of something I can bring home. Yeah, I like cheese. Cheese is good. Cheese is good,
I
man.
know a lot about you these days. A lot about you, cheese guy.
Listen, I like cheese. I like cured meats. Listen, that is if I was going to pick certain meals that I like, say you were going to say you're only limited to having 5 meals for the rest of your life. Our charcuterie board is one of them. Hands friggin' down. Charcuterie board is one of them. Pizza is another one of them. I don't know what the other 3 would be off the top of my head. I had to think about this.
Tacos, wings.
Oh, tacos. Yeah, tacos are there. Tacos are absolutely there. So that's 3 of them. Wings. Does wings make my top 5? I'm not sure that it does. I'm not sure that wings would make my top 5.
But would it be the same if it's top 5, or would it be the top 5 foods?
Well,
you eat
because
for the rest of your life, would that be your top 5? Because some of my
I
top
think
5
if I'm only eating 5 things for the rest of my life, I think I'm going to have it be the 5 things I enjoy eating the most. The 5, yeah. So instead of wings, if I'm gonna need like a good protein dish, like I'm going with like a New York strip.
See, I think I watch too much Naked and Afraid. I'm thinking of survival here.
Oh, survival. But no, I wouldn't find myself
You
in
know,
that
eat
situation.
5 things for the rest of your life.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah, no, you want to see me lose weight? You put me in the middle of nowhere and say, yo, you can only survive by eating bugs. You want to see me lose weight? That's how Toasty loses weight. Yeah. I've watched that. Have you ever watched that show alone?
No.
Oh, dude. So I've never watched I've briefly seen Naked and Afraid or whatever, but there is a show on Discovery, I think, called Alone. It's been on for a few years now, where they legit take 10 people and they find a remote area of like Alaska or something, like legit remote. There ain't no town within 100 miles, and they come in with helicopter and they plop these 10 people in an area where basically there's no one else around, like 5 square miles of them, and they just plop them down. They get to bring like a couple of things with them, and they have to survive. And basically they are given a sat phone, and when you're done, when you have to tap out, you call the phone, the helicopter comes in, they pick you up, they take you out of there. Last one there gets like the $100,000. But bro, it is intense.
Oh, I'm sure
it is like legit. Like there's not a crew out there with you. They know where they're going to drop each of the people, so they set that area up with cameras on trees and stuff like that, so that there's no one there, so they can see what you're doing. They can see as you're building your hut and your shelter and all that stuff, but they are unable to help you out or anything. And then if there's an emergency, I guess there is a within like 10 minutes, there's a helicopter can get in with like a medical team. If something were to happen, they would see that on the TV. But bro, that show is insane. It is intense. You got people sitting there just crying to the cameras because I can't do it anymore. Like every night they're holding the sat phone. Like, oh man, like I want to call and get the hell out of here. But but they want to hold on a little bit longer, see if if they can win the money. But dude, I could not do that. I could not do that.
No way.
No way. No way. I am a homebody.
Not just
I
for
need
fun.
my TV.
Not just to do
Yeah,
it.
no, not even. No, I don't want to go camping for a weekend. No. No. No,
like
can't.
that.
No.
That
I'm
much.
not getting a tent and going in the woods and sleeping in like I did that as a Cub Scout. I ain't doing that now. Hell no. No. If you put me out in the woods like that, then it's going to be one of those glamping sort of a things where they have like a like a trailer that has like AC in it and all that stuff, and they set that up in the middle of the woods. But no, I'm not. No, hell no. I can't do that thing. I wasn't built for that. No way. To be in the wild like that? No, hell no. No. That is not my jam. All right. Got to take a break. Just running crazy late as always. Got the confessional still coming up today, Sean. 9:40.
I'm looking forward to that. I am looking forward to that.
Always am. Always do. We will take a break. This is Toasted Sports, streaming live on
You're listening to Toasted Sports. Take OnSideRadio.com, your home for sports talk everywhere with simple radio. Find the app at OnSideRadio.com, South Florida's home for real sports talk.
Let's raise a cup to the first among us who put themselves last. To the risk takers, the mask makers, the heroes on the front line and online. To the ones keeping shelves full and keeping us hopeful. To those who don't stop and those making all the stops. To the ones who pick up, suit up, and never let us down. From all of us at Dunkin' to all the heroes keeping everyone running, we thank you.
When you need your warehouse looking good while staying efficient, there's only one place to find the finest racks in the business. Pallet Rack City in Hialeah. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547. Pallet Rack City is the company you need when you want your warehouse sporting the finest racks in the business. After all, who doesn't love a great rack? Pallet Rack City. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547.
Inter Miami CF fans, join us at our new home this season for all away games as we broadcast live at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company, 1901 North Federal Highway in Pompano Beach. Join Big O and Alex Dono for the live pregame, halftime, and postgame shows while we watch the games. Enjoy meticulously brewed beer on site, delicious artisanal pizzas, live music, and giveaways. So, the new home for all Inter Miami road games is at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company at the Pompano City Mall, where they'll feature all the Inter Miami games. Follow them on Twitter at Dangerous Minds B and Facebook and Instagram at Dangerous Minds Brewing, and visit them at dangerousmindsbrewing.com.
Hey, what's up? It's Toast, and I've been telling you guys all about my buddies over at B&T Windows and Doors. And some of you said, hey, listen, Toast, I'd love to get PGT custom windows and doors installed, but funds are a little tight right now. No problem, bro. Y Green. You can finance it with B&T Windows and Doors through Y Green, so you can still get your PGT custom windows and doors installed. And yeah, you're not going to have to put anything down. It's awesome. That's the way I got mine installed. Call B&T Windows and Doors today. They'll tell you all about Y Green and how to finance your windows. 954-233-0126. That's 954-233-0126.
Fish fans, time to reel in the latest news in baseball with OnSideRadio.com's Marlins Minute. Here's Alex Aguirre.
The Marlins bats went silent in Game 2 of a 4-game series against the Phillies as Vince Velasquez and the Philadelphia bullpen blanked the Marlins 2-0. It was an unfortunate outcome for the Fish since it was a stellar outing by Sandy Alcantara going 8 strong innings and striking out 4. The Marlins outhit the Phillies 5-2, but the lone difference in the game was a Rhys Hoskins 2-run homer in the 4th inning. The 8 innings pitched by Sandy is the deepest any Marlins pitcher has gone into a game this season. It was a good sign to see Jorge Alfaro behind the plate, returning from injury and collecting a base hit, and Garrett Cooper waited till the very last moment to keep his hitting streak alive, extending it to 9 games after getting a single in the bottom of the 9th. The Marlins need to wake up the bats and look to get the series lead tonight, as the Marlins have not announced their starter going up against Aaron Nola for the Philadelphia Phillies. First pitch is at 6:40. Let's go Fish.
Keep up with the latest on the Miami Marlins by subscribing on most platforms by searching Onside Radio. Now back to Toasted Sports. To reach out, send a text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Here's Toast.
All right. Yeah. Breaking news just came across my thing there, Sean. Amazon is buying MGM, the movie and TV studio behind James Bond and Shark Tank, for $8.45 billion. Wow. So I guess that means my Prime membership, a whole lot of new movies coming on my Prime account, huh?
That's a good thing.
Damn, dude. That is nuts. All right. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about, it happened again last night. Dude, at what point does Sandy Alcantara just light up his teammates in the clubhouse?
Oh, it's got to get frustrating.
I mean, right? Like, bro, talk about a guy that can't buy a run. He can't buy a run. It is absolutely insane. Sandy right now, 2-4, ERA of 3.5, but a whip almost under 1. And dude, like every time he is out there, they just don't score any runs for him. 8 gem of an innings last night, 2 hits, 2 runs. Only, I mean, oh my God, they couldn't do anything.
That's it, man.
Yeah, and the Marlins out hit him. Marlins had 5 hits. I mean, Phillies only had 2, and they get 2. Oh, it's just brutal.
I think we had the bases loaded twice in that game and got nothing out of it.
And especially when, it was a game where they could have gotten back to 500 and they've been playing so well. And you're like, oh, yeah, this is trending in the right direction. John Kruk was talking about how the fact that the Marlins were in the Phillies' heads and the Phillies couldn't get, had no confidence against them. Man, it was just everything was set up for them to get to 500 last night, and that was disappointing. But hopefully they can rebound, win these last 2 against the Phillies. It's a 4-game series. Get the series win, you'll get back to 500, and that'll be all good there. But that was a little bit that was a tad bit disappointing. That game tonight is at 6:40, so you hopefully they have a lead before the Panthers game starts at 8 o'clock.
No starter yet for the Marlins as of the last I looked. I should keep checking every once in a while to see what they do.
Yeah, I don't see one listed as well. Aaron Nola's going for the Phillies. Do not know. They don't have anyone listed right now.
Yeah, usually Pablo Lopez is the one after Alcantara, but I don't know if they're bringing somebody up or they're going to do that bullpen thing. They've been lucky with some of the guys they've been putting in there.
Yes, they absolutely have. I cannot wait until we get the 2 big boys back, Hernandez and Sixto. That'll be very, very nice. I'm guessing at this point, we may not see Sixto until after the All-Star break. I'm thinking at this stage, obviously he's going to need to have rehab starts and whatnot, build up the arm. So I'm thinking at this stage, we're coming up on Memorial Day. So I think at this stage, if you can have him, getting ramped up and ready to go for mid-July coming out of the break, that is probably the best case scenario right now. Yeah, I'd love to get Hernandez back before that. I want Hernandez back before that. I'd like to see if we get Hernandez back by mid-June, because that'd be a nice little shot in the arm for the pitching staff as well.
Yeah, and I think if you're the Marlins, you don't want to rush back the young arms, though.
No, absolutely not.
Last night, I know this is a little bit different, but Noah Syndergaard was scheduled to make a start for the Mets. He went out there through 1 inning and got tightness in his elbow and soreness, so he had to pull him from his rehab start. So that's one of the things you don't want to do with some of these young.
No, you don't.
Out there
100%.
Destroy them now.
100%. All right, so we got some good news for NFL. So we know that Hard Rock is going to be packed to the gills this season. 30 NFL teams now are approved for full crowds. Only the Broncos and the Colts remain. So I guess that is all done by local officials. I'm assuming it's only May right now. I'm assuming that by the time we get to August, mid to late August, both Denver and Indianapolis will be on board with, especially Denver, man. It's an outdoor stadium. I'm not sure why. Who knows? Colorado, all the weed. Takes them a little longer to get things done. I don't know.
A little cloudy.
A little bit cloudy. But this is the story that made me sad. So we were talking yesterday about Aaron Rodgers because he did the interview with Kenny Mayne, and he talked about the fact that I love Jordan Love and I love the franchise. I love my teammates. I love the community. I love everybody. Just hate the GM. And he was talking about how there were philosophical issues that he had there, and that he didn't think that GM dumbass, fully appreciated all of those. And basically, he went out of his way to praise everybody except for the GM. So we know that's where the issue is, and we've known. But now there's just a spotlight. That is the only issue. He's not pissed at Jordan Love. He's not pissed at this guy. He's not pissed at that guy. He just doesn't like this GM.
He narrowed it down.
Yeah, he says, listen, guys, it's basically it's me or him. It's me or him. And so yesterday I was talking about the fact how, if you're the team president, how can you rationalize to yourself that either that you can keep both these guys and force them to make it work, right? Because these are both adults. These are both ego-driven guys. You don't get to the positions in life they've both attained by not having an ego and having plenty of self-confidence, and not having people tell you, oh, you're wrong. So how do you force these two gentlemen to work together and have a cohesive relationship? And if that's not going to happen, if that can't happen, how do you pick the GM over the MVP? Right? So, and that was my thing. Like, bro, I yesterday I was like, I don't see how this gets resolved unless GM Dumbass is fired. You got to move on from him. Well, now the president comes out, and I guess they intimated yesterday that GM Dumbass ain't going anywhere. They're not firing him. So what are you doing? Like, is this guy that good? Like, Green Bay, why would what is the end game here? Like, does the president have a bigger ego than the GM and Aaron Rodgers? And he's like, no, you'll do what I say. No one's going to tell me how to run this franchise. Because, like, I don't understand what the end game is here. You don't need the GM. You can hire another GM. GMs like him are a dime a dozen. Just promote another personnel guy. Like, there's 7 guys that you have a list of at least 7 to 10 guys throughout the NFL that are the next quote unquote GM to get hired in the next cycle of hiring. Why are you so married to this guy? I don't understand. This guy has accomplished nothing compared to Aaron Rodgers. Why are you so in bed with him? You got pictures? I'm trying to figure out, like, Sean, if you were the president of the Packers, who are you picking in this war?
I would have already made the decision, and Aaron Rodgers would be in camp.
Yeah. I mean, what's his name? Head coach. What the hell's the kid? He looks like he's my little brother. LaFleur. He mentions yesterday that he's just hoping at some point they can get Aaron Rodgers into camp. I'm like, how do you run a football franchise like this? Like, your head coach is openly pining for the hope, for the prayer that maybe his MVP will show up to the complex at some point before the season starts. And it is utter. It's like you have Aaron Rodgers in one corner, you have GM Dumbass in another, and the organization in a third. And for some reason, none of the three are talking to each other. They're just like assuming they know what the other two are thinking. It is insane how this is just existing. How has this been able to go on for 2 months now? I don't understand what is happening in Green Bay. I don't understand what the end game is here. I don't know why they're so married to this GM. This just seems like one of the easiest decisions any team president could ever make. You fire the GM and you keep your MVP quarterback happy and you sign him to an extension. Want to get Jordan Love gone? Trade him. This is so easy to get a solution to that works for everybody. I don't realize what the Packers are trying to accomplish here. But it's fun to watch because I love chaos and I like dumpster fires. So I will keep my popcorn going and I will keep watching it. But ask me to understand why it's happening. I had no idea. No, because simple ass decision for me. Bye-bye, GM Dumbass. You're out. You're out. You'll get another gig. NFL recycles everybody. They'll recycle you. You'll get another gig. Meant to do 2 years of penance somewhere as a pro personnel guy or whatever, but you'll get another gig. Don't worry about it. You were the GM of the Packers when they went to the NFC Championship game. Yes, you had a fallout with your star quarterback, and so you ended up getting tossed. Just happened to others before. You'll get another gig. The recycling will happen. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I just don't get. I don't get what their issues are. I don't understand it. Yes, no. In the chat, they're saying, yeah, Packers are owned by the public. No, exactly. So that's the thing. There's no owner. And that's what the chat is saying. Normally, the owner would step up. Stephen Ross would insert himself normally right here, or Jerry Jones or Robert Kraft would insert themselves here and make things better. They'd go into a room with everybody. All right, I'm the owner. I pay both of you asses. Let's figure this out. Packers don't have that. They have a community ownership where they vote and they elect who the president's going to be. So you are the president. You are technically kind of the owner, like you're the head guy, but you don't have the power that an owner has. So you can't just say, we're all coming in, we're all going to figure this all out, and you're all going to do what I say, because that's not quite the way that dynamic works in Green Bay, which is why Green Bay is so awesome, because they have that ownership that is different from all the other teams. But in a situation like this, it looks like it turns out to be a hindrance, because now you don't have that one vision, that one voice that can say, hey, all of you, quit the nonsense. Let's win a Super Bowl this year, okay? Figure it out. You're all paid a lot of money. Figure out how to work together, and let's win a Super Bowl this year. That's what you would have the owner come in and do right now. They don't have that. At least not a guy that has that legit cachet or gravitas, if you will, to go ahead and get that done. All right. Enough on Green Bay. Enough on Aaron Rodgers. Enough on GM Dumbass. The most blasphemous segment in the podcast world comes up next. It is the confessional with Monsignor Toast. That is next on OnSideRadio.com.
You're listening to Toasted Sports. Take OnSideRadio.com, your home for sports talk everywhere with a MyTuner radio app. Find the app at OnSideRadio.com, South Florida's home for real sports talk.
There's no need to drive around South Florida wasting valuable time looking for a new or certified pre-owned Acura. Go to the #1 volume sales dealership in the Southeast United States. Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. Purchase with pace and space in a dealership tailored to your needs. From home buying to providing a personal touch. Contact the 2020 Satisfaction Award winner Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. 888-776-5123. That's 888-776-5123. Or visit them at 15601 Pines Boulevard in Pembroke Pines.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List in the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
If you missed NBA insider Ira Winderman and the Acura of Pembroke Pines Miami Heat report, you missed this.
But you know what? I'm a little afraid because I looked at the Heat's projected starting lineup, and I am at shooting guard tonight. So I'm a little bit worried about the Heat's chances all of a sudden. I got to tell you, it's crazy. I had fun with that. I think that's what you have to do, especially now that we're doing our post-game interviews on Zoom. Mm-hmm. So there's not that personal connection. And yet you see all the aggregators. Butler takes on smart-ass Heat reporter. Yes. Reporter put in his place. It's like, and I was showing it. I went to the Panthers game with my son yesterday, and I was getting my Google alerts. And it was over and over and over and over again. And I'm like, wow. Like this, the smallest little thing, right? And what it becomes.
The Acura of Pembroke Pines Miami Heat report with NBA insider Ira Winderman, exclusively at OnSideRadio.com. Sports fans love a place with great food, cold drinks, and TVs everywhere. That's why sports fans love Sports Grill and their 7 amazing locations. Check out the Bird Road location at 11481 Southwest 40th Street in the back corner of the West Bird Shopping Center. Sports Grill is also now offering some great employment opportunities. All kinds of positions are now available from kitchen to hosting. Call for more information at 305-485-8845. From wraps to salads to amazingly delicious specialty dishes, Sports Grill is the home to the legendary special grilled wings. Since 1987, Sports Grill, good food, good drink, and good friends. Keeping you informed in the world of sports. With an OnSideRadio.com sports update.
Miami Marlins lose 2-0 last night. Game 2 of the 4-game series with the Phillies. Sandy Alcantara made one mistake and ended up being the difference. A 2-run homer by Hoskins. Team's back at it tonight. 6:40, first pitch. Marlins have not announced a starter. Game 6, Florida Panthers, Tampa Bay Lightning. NHL playoff series tonight, Amalie Arena. Puck drops at 8. Tampa Bay a slight favorite. Over-under is 6. The Lakers even the series with the Suns 1-1 after a 109-102 win last night. Brooklyn goes up 2-0 on Boston after a 130-108 victory. And the Mavericks up 2-0 on the Clippers after a 127-121 win. You're listening to South Florida's only locally owned sports talk station, OnSideRadio.com. Now back to more Toasted Sports.
Welcome back to Toasted Sports. To reach out, send a text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Here's Toast. We've all sinned. This is where we get our absolution. Welcome to the confessional. Here's Monsignor Toast.
Ah, yes. Good morning, my children. Welcome to the confessional. I am Monsignor. Oh, actually, hold on. Oh, wait, hold on a second, Sean. Now that we're have good TV, let's see here. Yeah, let's get totally blasphemous. Let's just secure my my position in hell. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that, Sean. I just gave myself a little Jesus collar.
Now you are living
so well. I'm doing it all backwards because I'm seeing it backwards on the screen. But you kind of get the point there, yeah. All right, visual. Wow, whatever. It's not gonna. That was a good effort. It was a good effort. All right. So what happens here, folks, is that we all sin. All of us sin. For some reason, I opened up an account, and y'all are allowed to confess your sins to me anonymously, and myself and Sean will determine whether or not you need any sort of a penance. Number one, turn that Gregorian chant up a little bit, please. Oh, yeah. All right. I was a skinny, nerdy kid who liked computers and Star Trek. I was obviously bullied at school. I now take great pleasure from the fact that one of the worst bullies now cleans my house for minimum wage. Well, now that's Back to the Future, right? With Biff?
Yes, yep.
Right. When he comes back, Marty comes back, and Biff is now, washing Marty's car out in the front of the house. Yeah, that's great. Listen, that's not a sin. That is called karma.
Yes, it is.
Karma that's not, you're good. You're absolutely good. Next one. I'm dreading corona restrictions being fully lifted. I told my wife I'd bought us tickets for Hamilton for her birthday last year. I hadn't. But now I'm going to have to go effing buy them, aren't I? Yeah. I think there's a chance you might need to go ahead and buy those. Yeah. That's rough, bro. Yeah. Let me see if I can get my.
Good luck with that one.
Yeah, exactly. Next one. I work as a security guard on an industrial estate. Imagine the most stereotypical security guard you can, and that's me. I spend all night on my phone watching South Park on Netflix. If I ever got robbed, I genuinely let them take what they want. I don't get paid enough to care. Listen, technically you're stealing money from your employer. If they're paying you, you technically should care a little bit about them not getting robbed, especially
before you sign the deal.
Exactly. I mean, come on now. Come on. I understand you want to be a lazy bastard, but, you do get paid enough to care. If you didn't want to care about it, you shouldn't have taken the job. All right. As a teenager, oh, boy. Oh, wow. This is weird. All right. As a teenager, I masturbated to completion on a deserted train platform while waiting for the last train home. It was only afterwards that I noticed all the security cameras. It was 1994, but I'm still worried that this footage will resurface and ruin me. All right, first of all, bro, if that footage is still out there, 1994, it is so grainy. Those cameras back then, that's like first gen, train platform cameras. Like there's no way. But secondly, I'm more concerned about the fact that did you do it just standing there, or did you lay down on one of the benches, or did you sit on a bench? Like how did you? Do it all underneath your pants, or did you drop your drawers? I had how do you just do that at a train station? I can't, right? I don't just stand okay. You might want to go see a therapist because you may have
going that you're just standing there and you all of a sudden
go, right? I just want to rub one off right now. Yeah, I'm gonna rub one off while I'm standing here.
Wait till I get home. Let's do it right here.
Yeah. Wait till you get home, lay in your bed, send your cat, whatever the hell it is. I don't know, but standing on the train platform, really? You couldn't hold off a little bit longer? How long is that train ride home, man? Hell, why not get on the train and walk into one of the train bathrooms or something? I don't know. That's just wow. That was weird. All right. Next one. The drunken version of myself Must really like the sober version, judging by the presents I send from Amazon and eBay that arrive on Mondays and Tuesdays. Listen, this is a thing, Sean. I've never had it, but I have friends that will go drunk shopping. Like they'll get drunk on a Friday or Saturday or whatever, and they'll be on their phone and they'll just start buying stuff. You know, the weird ads that pop up on your Facebook or Instagram feed, you know, and that looks cool. And they'll just start buying stuff and they have no recollection. And then, 3 to 5 days later, they got packages showing up at the house and they have no idea what they bought.
Oh boy. You know what that means?
Generally
right?
it's ass. Yeah, generally it's garbage.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Somebody else later on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, keep them all stacked up. You've got Christmas presents for everybody. Maybe work gifts.
There you go.
Yeah, the chat is saying they absolutely have done that 100%. All right, next one. I force my sister to collect thimbles by purchasing them whenever I come across them. She has never shown any interest in them or a desire to own them. She now has around 100. Her reaction is always hilarious. Where the hell do you see thimbles? Do you live in 1935?
I haven't seen a forever.
Right? When's the last time, Sean, you went into any store and saw a thimble for sale?
No, I never went into a store and saw a thimble for sale.
The only thimble
was my grandma's sewing box.
The only thimble that I can assure you that I have in this house is in the Monopoly set. That is it. The only thimble in my house is in whatever's in that board game. Like do they still do the thimble? I think they may have gotten rid of the thimble because they termed it to be sexist. I'm not sure. But yeah, I have an old school collection. So yeah, that's the only thimble in my house.
Forgot about that thimble.
That's the only thimble I know of. I can't, outside of my grandmother when I was like 6 or 7 or whatever, having a thimble because she did sewing. I haven't seen a thimble in
the only
decades.
time I've seen a thimble.
Yeah. Certainly haven't seen them for sale. Like, is there a shop, like a thimble shop?
I'm gonna check out thimble.com right now.
Yeah, you go to is there even like a sewing shop? Like, wait, you go to Michael? I guess maybe you go to Michael's. Would be, well, you could probably find a thimble at Michael's, I guess, a crafts thing. I don't know. I have no idea. That's bizarre. Damn thimbles. If I'm your sister, I'm taking all those thimbles and I'm giving them back to you on your next birthday. I'm individually going to wrap all of them, put them in a box, and you're getting all of them back on your next birthday. How about that? There you go. Next one. I married in a hurry because I was rapidly deteriorating with a degenerative condition. Then a drug came up with a miracle cure, and I'm facing a normal lifespan with a wife I don't especially like and don't have anything in common with. Damn you, Big Pharma. That is a pickle. That is absolutely a pickle. That is a rough. Yeah, listen, here's the deal. That sucks. You have to get a divorce. And I know as Monsignor Toast, I should not be advocating for the dissolution of a marriage, but you both can't go through the rest of your lives miserable because it's going to make both of you miserable. Like you can't go through a long, like 20, 30 years in a broken relationship like this, because then you're going to go ahead and you're going to, let's have a kid. That'll fix it. No, that doesn't fix it. Just kind of covers over the issues that you're having. Like, no, you got to walk away. I know that I cannot condone divorce as a Monsignor, but in this rare case, I am. Big Pharma, switch it all. You were supposed to be dead, and you're not. You get a pass. Go ahead. Go get a lawyer. Last one, Sean. When I'm eating Tic Tacs, I like to tip them directly into my mouth from the box and pretend I'm an edgy, washed-up detective with a dark past and a painkiller addiction. I want to hang out with you. I want to hang out with that person because if you have that sort of a listen, there are many times that I will go through a day and I will go through an interaction pretending that it's being shot for a sitcom. Seriously. Like comments, this and that, facial expressions, the whole deal. I very weird living inside my brain. Very, very odd place to hang out for an afternoon. Should maybe sell tickets for that.
Today has changed my total view on you. This one show has changed everything I thought about.
Listen, I'm just saying, this is a confessional. I'm not going to sugarcoat. I'm going to be very honest with all of you. I am Monsignor Toast. Listen, right. I got my little collar here. Let's see, can we get this thing? I got to get a better collar for next week.
Staple it.
I know. Next week I will have an actual official shirt, and yeah, we'll have it all up. I'll get like a a paperclip or something. Toast lives in an office. Actually, yeah, no, 100%, bro. Oh, yeah, it keeps falling off. Yeah, no, dude, Office episode, a Seinfeld episode. I will go through interactions sometimes pretending that this is a single camera sitcom and that my reaction and my life, as a result, I will say things and the person I'm talking to doesn't realize that I'm living in a sitcom fantasy at that moment and they don't know what the hell I'm talking about. And they give me an odd look, and now all of a sudden now they think that I'm scary. And I might hurt them. Like, I think this guy might have lost his mind. All right, we got to take a break. I believe we got Kai. Is Kai waiting out there? Yeah.
Kai is here.
All right, because Kai, we've already had an issue on Twitter, myself and Kai this morning. He went ahead and he tagged me in something a few minutes ago. Kai is a fan of the Wawa. And he's been preaching to me about Wawa for a while now. And I'm sorry, bro. And to me, it's a gas station. But we'll discuss this, I guess, at length coming up next. This is Toast of Sports on OnSideRadio.com.
You can join Toasted Sports by text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List in the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
Hey, what's up? It's Toast. May is here, which means hurricane season right around the corner. You need to get PGT custom windows and doors installed in your house so that you're fully protected when we get a big storm coming on through. For those windows, only one place to call. My buddies at B&T Windows and Doors. They've been doing it in South Florida for decades, and they will set you up with the best of the business. PGT Custom Windows and Doors. 954-233-0126. That's 954-233-0126 for B&T Windows and Doors.
Big O for M&S Air Conditioning. You know, air quality in your home and business is more important than ever. That's why you've got to call M&S Air Conditioning and let them install a high-efficiency polarized air filter in your AC unit. Folks, it attracts, captures, and destroys biological contaminants to improve your air quality. With stellar customer service, answering your call from 7:30 a.m. till 9 o'clock p.m. For more info on high-efficiency air filters and their preventative maintenance plans, visit M&S Air Conditioning at ac-florida.com.
When you want local sports, 1260 WLESPN.
We're live and local.
Yes, what she said.
Well, it's what they wrote.
Look at it this way, honey.
Oh, no. Here we go.
At some point, this was all live, and wherever it came from, it was local there.
You get that look whenever you stretch the truth or when you need your laxative.
Ain't it awful? South Florida's choice for sports talk. OnSideRadio.com.
Inter Miami CF fans, join us at our new home this season for all away games as we broadcast live at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company, 1901 North Federal Highway in Pompano Beach. Join Big O and Alex Dono for the live pregame, halftime, and postgame shows while we watch the games. Enjoy meticulously brewed beer on site, delicious artisanal pizzas, live music, and giveaways. So, the new home for all Inter Miami road games is at Dangerous Minds Brewing Company at the Pompano City Mall, where they'll feature all the Inter Miami games. Follow them on Twitter at Dangerous Minds B and Facebook and Instagram at Dangerous Minds Brewing, and visit them at dangerousmindsbrewing.com.
If you're looking for a change from the everyday restaurant, then you need to get to Checkers Old Munchin German Restaurant in Pompano Beach. Brats, Wiener Schnitzel, homemade potato pancakes, pretzels with mustard, and lots of German beer. Take their famous Boot Tour Challenge, and there's now outdoor seating available in their new beer garden with live music. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Checkers Old Munchin Restaurant, or call them for reservations or pickup at 954-785-7565. So get over to 2209 East Atlantic Boulevard in Pompano Beach to Zagat rated Checkers Old Munchin German Restaurant.
There's no need to drive around South Florida wasting valuable time looking for a new or certified pre-owned Acura. Go to the #1 volume sales dealership in the Southeast United States. Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. Purchase with pace and space in a dealership tailored to your needs. From home buying to providing that personal touch. Contact the 2020 Satisfaction Award winner Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. 888-776-5123. That's 888-776-5123. Or visit them at 15601 Pines Boulevard in Pembroke Pines.
At OnSideRadio.com, we chirp all day and night. It's time to do some more chirping with David Dwork and our Chirping the Cats report.
The Panthers are finally back in South Florida following a 2-week road trip, and they kick off a 4-game homestand tonight when they host the Columbus Blue Jackets at BB&T Center. Florida is coming off a strong showing in Tampa, picking up 3 of a possible 4 points following 2 games against their cross-state rival. Right now with the Cats, it's all about the new guys, with several deadline additions making instant contributions. Sam Bennett picked up a pair of assists in his Panthers debut on Saturday, skating on a line with Jonathan Huberdeau and Anthony Duclair. Brandon Montour has fit in nicely and looked great paired up with Marcus Nuchavara. Nikita Gusev has flashed some offensive flair, particularly on Florida's top power play unit, and Lucas Wallmark has been strong defensively while winning 55% of his faceoffs since joining the Panthers. We'll see if those trends continue when the Cats open a back-to-back set with the slumping Blue Jackets tonight. Columbus arrives in South Florida having lost 5 straight and 12 of their last 14 overall.
Keep up with the latest on the Florida Panthers by subscribing on most platforms by searching Onside Radio, your home for South Florida sports. Now back to Toasted Sports. To reach out, send a text to 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. Here's Toast.
We are back. Toasted Sports final segment. Before we get into Kai here, funny little story. Zach Plesac, pitcher for the Cleveland Indians, was pulled from his start on Sunday, and he was so pissed off that as he aggressively ripped off his jersey in the clubhouse after getting pulled, he fractured his thumb. He broke his right thumb aggressively ripping off his shirt. So now he's going to be on the DL for a significant amount of time with a fractured thumb. So good job, Zach. You might want to learn to control the emotions and the anger. Good morning, young Kai. How are you? I don't hear Kai.
Give it a second. All right.
Oh, there we go. There we go. How are you there, Wawa boy?
I'm doing fantastic. Wawa's
nice.
Delicious, you know?
You tagged me. You went ahead and you tagged me out of nowhere. That's out of the blue. You tagged me in a Wawa post this morning, and I was like, oh, God.
Because Wawa's fantastic.
Sure. That's where, great place to get gas. Listen, so here's my issue, Kai, is that I respect my dad. He's a very smart man. Did a pretty good job of raising me. Gave me some pretty decent life lessons to kind of take and pass on to other generations. And one of the things he taught me at a very early age, was that you don't buy cold cuts or fish at a gas station.
But it's not a gas station. This is what you don't understand.
Are there like 10 to 15 gas pumps out in front of every single one of them?
But that's okay. But this is not the point. This is
hold on. Because by definition, hold on, Cap. Because by definition, what is the definition of a gas station?
A place that sells gas.
Okay, and what does Wawa do?
They sell gas. They also they also let me defend because you see the same argument. There are some gas stations that have like McDonald's and stuff like that in them, and that's a McDonald's, right? It's inside of the place. Wawa has the gas that they sell.
Mm-hmm.
On top of that, they have an actual place that actually makes food inside the thing. It's not like it's like
7-Eleven.
I would say like it's better than 7-Eleven food.
I would certainly hope so, Kai. I would certainly hope that you say it's better than 7-Eleven.
Legitimately, like you have it is like of course it is for sure. You know, like it's a gas station, it's a place that sells gas, but the inside it's like legitimately they actually make food in front of you. It's not like it's some crazy like it's just like getting something frozen. Like it's actually made like it's not like a gas station food, if that makes any sense.
Listen, I will give Wawa credit for this. That somehow, despite the fact that I have never stepped foot inside of one, and despite that I have my preconceived notions that they are a gas station food, I'm not doing it. I will give them credit that there is a significant cult following that are all about Wawa. You're not the only friend I have, Kai, that preaches, and I have this debate with other friends of mine. I like to needle them, but you're not the only person I know that is high on Wawa. Still, that does not change the fact that I'm not going to buy a hoagie at a gas station.
Hey, you know, that's you, but
all right, that's me. What do you got coming up on your show today, bro?
Well, we're going to talk with Ira. We're going to talk with Royal. I have the Sean cam, which everyone on YouTube can see. Thanks to my father, camera's ready for the Sean cam. So when I turn some, videos that we do here onto Twitter, you can get the cam of Sean. So yeah, it's gonna be good.
Good stuff, man. I am out of here. Let's go, Panthers. Let's get us into a Game 7. That is all it is about tonight. Make sure you're watching. Let's go, Spencer Knight. Get this thing done. I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Hopefully it is a joyous show, a celebration show over the Panthers' victory. And until then, have a great one.
Now that it's springtime, it's only getting hotter here in South Florida. Make sure your AC in your home or business is running smoothly by investing in a preventative maintenance plan from M&S Air Conditioning. And M&S is a Mitsubishi Diamond Elite contractor. When you purchase a new Mitsubishi electric mini split system, you'll get a 12-year warranty. Or install a high-efficiency polarized air filter in your AC unit that captures and destroys